I commend India for your generosity. I thank India for its continued and active engagement in this process. India has always been a staunch supporter of the United Nations. For 7 decades, we have traveled hand in hand. India's leadership on global challenges and her strong voice in multilateral affairs have been exemplary. I commend India for your generosity in exporting vaccines to over 150 countries and in championing sustainable recovery through your chairmanship of the G20. This is the kind of inspired leadership that our world needs. I have consistently called on member states to grab the opportunity to move from the position of no and later to a position of yes and now. I thank India for its continued and active engagement in this process. I also acknowledge the efforts of Ambassador Kamboj, India's permanent representative to the UN, for bringing it to the Security Council itself and for inviting me to brief the Council on the issue of reformed multilateralism last December. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, India has always been a staunch supporter of the United Nations. Home to 1/6 of humanity, India's leadership on global challenges and her strong voice in multilateral affairs have been exemplary. The journeys of the UN and independent India have been intertwined since the perspective founding in the 1940s. For 7 decades, we have traveled hand in hand, through thick and thin, through the UN's expansion, through India's population growth, and through its decades of amazing development. You gave the world the first woman president of the United Nations General Assembly. We have been able to count on India in a multitude of issues, from fighting polio to promoting equality, from championing democracy to the empowerment of women. Yet you are not only active in shaping our discussions, but you have put forward your most precious resource, your people, in support of UN's causes. India is one of the largest contributors to troops, to peacekeeping. Thousands of your communities have bid farewell to blue helmets and counted the days to their return. Finally, on a personal note, for more than 4 decades of my work as a diplomat, I have been inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's devotion to peace, the eradication of poverty and harmony with nature. Friends, allow me to finish in his words, and let me use them as my humble call to you and to all listening and watching us today. Do what you can to transform our world and build a peaceful, sustainable future which upholds equality and human rights for all. As Mahatma said, be the change that you wish to see in the world.